Well, hey everybody, what's up? Pastor Matt here. Thanks for checking into the Gospel Fellowship PCA YouTube channel. Hopefully you're going to get familiar with this channel if you're not already. Of course, we already post our sermons on this channel, but during the COVID-19 pandemic, we're going to be using it a little bit more. So let me go ahead and go over some of the planning, the emergency contingency planning that the elders and I have worked out as of last night at our emergency contingency planning meeting. Okay, so first of all, we are going to continue to host in-person worship services here at Gospel Fellowship PCA on the Lord's Day at 11 o'clock a.m. We will not have our regular praise and preparation time preceding that, however. We're going to jump right into the main service at 11 o'clock. And if anything changes about meeting in person, then we're going to let you know just as soon as we can. So what we need you to do is to stay tuned to this YouTube channel. Of course, also our church website, which is www.gospelfellowshippca.org. And if you're social media inclined, keep checking in on that Gospel Fellowship PCA members page where we can communicate with one another. So as of the moment, we are still planning to keep going forward with worshiping together here at the church on the Lord's Day at 11 o'clock a.m. Now that comes with a caveat and a very strong caution on our part from your pastors and your elders. You know that this particular virus is very dangerous to those people that are getting up in years, and the older you get, the more dangerous the virus becomes. That's what seems to be the knowledge from the medical professionals. So the virus particularly hits hard those people who are getting older, especially those who have some kind of preconditions. Either if you are immunosuppressed, meaning that your system has a hard time fighting off illness in general, or if you've had lung problems, or if you're a former smoker, or if you have any kind of underlying preconditions, please, by all means, guard your own safety and your health to the best that you are able to do. And if that means not coming to worship, please understand, we totally understand. We get it. We're concerned. You're concerned. The last thing we would ever want is for anybody to put their own health or the health of others in jeopardy. So use all wisdom, prudence, and discretion if you are going to decide to come to the public worship service here at Gospel Fellowship. All right? So that's a pretty strong warning on our part, and we want to make sure that everybody's clear that if you cannot come, we totally understand. So what we're going to do is we're going to record the entire worship service. Normally we just record the sermon, and we're going to post it as soon as possible on this here YouTube page in time for the evening. So if you'd like to stay home on Sunday morning and worship virtually, that's kind of a crazy concept in these days of technology, but there you go. We're going to have the worship service up as soon as we can, which will probably be around 6 o'clock p.m. on Sunday nights. It won't be live, but you can watch the service from that had taken place earlier in the morning. Okay? Now, if for any reason we need to cancel in-person worship on the Lord's Day, what we're going to do is we're going to have a live, scaled down but very similar worship service to what you're used to from this channel. So you might want to subscribe to this channel and hit that notifications button so you can track with us when we go live if we need to do that. Okay? Now let's talk about all the cancellations that we're going to be unfortunately having to experience during this time. Believe me, nobody's excited about this. We love our Bible studies, we love our fellowship groups and our ministries, our Sunday school class, we love all of it. But we're going to have to indefinitely postpone almost everything on the calendar. I hate to say it, but it's true. And we're going to go ahead and do that for the next 3 weeks, just indefinitely postpone absolutely everything. And we're going to revisit this as the session on the Monday of Holy Week, so that hopefully, this is our hope, hopefully we can go ahead with our Holy Week worship schedule. That would include Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, sunrise service, Easter service. We're hoping we can do all that stuff, but nobody knows at this point. So we got to be ready for everything and anything, which means you need to constantly check in on that church website and the church Facebook page. Okay, so no Sunday school. Unfortunately, we're canceling all of our Bible studies. whether that's in your home, whether that meets at the church, whether that meets at the restaurant. We're canceling all of it. We're going to postpone it. No choir practice, no nursery is going to be provided. No fellowship groups, no leadership class. Believe me, I'm bummed. I was pumped about leadership course. We're going to put it off to the fall. That's okay. All of our Sunday school classes for youth and for children, for Wednesday nights, youth, teens, all of it is postponed. Now, here's what we're going to do, because I know some of you are saying, well, we need Bible study in our lives, and I love it too. David and I are going to be doing some virtual Bible studies. Here's the phones ringing. We're going crazy here at the church. David and I are going to be doing some virtual Bible studies via YouTube. So I'm going to come on Wednesday nights and lead you through a Bible study. It'll be a family-friendly Bible study that you can all tune into on this YouTube channel. And David is going to do another Bible study on Thursday mornings. And both of them will be preserved on the YouTube page. So if you don't catch them when they're live, you'll be able to track with it later. You can come back and watch them at any point. So you should still be getting 3 solid messages every week. All of them will be on this YouTube channel, so please stay tuned to that. As for virtually everything else, unfortunately, it is indefinitely postponed and or canceled. So that's going to include our talent show, our homeschool group, our sports clubs and activities, our hymn sing, all right? David's installation service as associate pastor, but we got to put it off. I don't know what else to do. Okay, so work with us. Now, for Sunday mornings, again, if you have any concerns, please, by all means, do not feel pressured to come to the in-person worship service. If you do, we're going to take all kinds of extra precautions during the service. Greeters will say hello to you, but they won't touch you. We'll open the doors for you. We'll have hand sanitizer available. We'll have wipes for you if you want to take one to the pew. We're going to have the entire sanctuary cleaned for you, sanitized the day prior, so you don't have to worry about any germies hanging out on the pews or anything like that. As far as offering goes, we're going to have the offering taking place before and after the service. You can simply drop it in a basket. You don't have to touch anything or anyone. And unfortunately, we're going to go ahead and postpone the Lord's Supper as we would normally have it on the first week of April. So sorry to have to do that, but again, this is sort of outside of our control. Okay? Now, let's think about our ministry, because we still have people to care about during this time. All of our elderly, all of our shut-ins, help us out to love these people. The elders and pastors are going to do our best to reach out to them and to care for them, but we're asking you too to do your best. Make some phone calls, write some letters, send some cards, do something thoughtful for somebody either in the church or your neighbors or your own family and friends, okay? Now the pastors, David and I, we're still going to be doing our jobs, and so we're not afraid to come make any visits. If you need us, call us. If you want us to show up, we'll be there. We'll do the very best that we can. We were ordained for this, and we're not afraid to do whatever we have to do. Okay? If we have funerals, we're gonna do them. We're not going to do funeral lunches and dinners afterwards, and we may put off some memorial services, but we're going to care for anyone who is sick, who is ill, or who is dying. Okay? If you need anything, groceries or medications, we're going to try to arrange a pickup and drop-off service for you. And so if you find that you are alone and you're desperate and you're scared and you really need a medication picked up from the pharmacy, or you really need some food, make sure to give us a call. We're going to have a designated person that's going to try to take care of that for you. All right? So last thing I'll say is simply to be patient with us. We're trying our best. We've never been through this before. Neither of you. None of us have been through anything like this. There's no rule book as to exactly how to deal with these kinds of crises. So we're just going to do the best that we can. Stay tuned to the website and the YouTube page, and your newsletter will come out. We'll have some extra information for you. And if there's anybody that you're aware of that does not have email, social media, or is difficult to reach out to, please go ahead and just reach out to that person to help us out. That would be a great service to us. Final thing, let's pray. Let's be patient with one another. We've got to be flexible, no question about that. And I have every confidence that the Lord is going to see us through this period. A year from now, we're going to look back on this, and I'm not saying it's going to last a year, okay? But in some time, we're going to look back on this, and this is going to be the moment that Gospel Fellowship shined the brightest, that we cared for each other like never before, that we loved people in our neighborhoods like never before. And I truly believe that God is going to use this time. We're going to look back on this, and we're going to know that the Lord was mighty among us during the COVID-19 crisis. All right. Hey, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for checking in. Hope to see you on some of our live Bible studies. Have a great day. Love you.